tier map. We're trying to determine where Kestra Rundar is.
Yeah.
Kestra tier.
You want the Kestra tier map?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Not right
Okay.
now, but you know.
No, it's okay. I'm just finishing off that thing, so I'll do it just now. I need to open up my documents. Hold up. Here we go. That's the Kestra tier map.
I want to know which way we should be going to get to the free city.
You can absolutely go fuck yourself.
It's actually, I reckon, unreachable. Not unreachable, but it would take like a month on the trail. You know.
It's a bit of a wander.
Yeah.
Processing. There we go.
Just read Scruff saying, has anyone spoken to Connor today? At that time, I was sleeping.
Yes. I went
You can-
to called him after.
Martin woke
You
me
could have
up.
just put it in notes, but hey.
So Kestra Rundar on that map
Yeah.
is, you see where the free city is, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that bit where it attaches to, you see where, if you follow up where that road gets to and it comes to the crossroad, one goes left, one goes right.
Yeah.
If you follow the one that continues up to the right, that takes you to the Empire. The left is all Kestra Rundar.
Oh, the foresty bit.
All that foresty bit.
Ah.
So that little hanging bitty.
You see that little hanging bit, it's the forefront of magic in this world.
Oh, just to the left of the free city.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where we're at. Yeah, we're not that far away. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that Castle Keep is like the far side of that little.
You're
Like,
the opposite side,
Yeah.
yeah. You see,
where
see
the
where the
three
ship
is.
is in that kind of bay?
Yeah.
I see the mountain.
You're above it, but kind of at the that middle kind of tooth. If
Mm.
you see it,
Okay, yeah.
that is where the Candlekeep is. And you've
Did we
travelled
come-
down from.
Did we come from the
kinda-
north, yeah?
Yeah, you've kind of travelled down from the
The
tip
ma-
of the forest, but you see where the kinda
Mountain
tree
is.
comes to a point on
I'm
the
looking at the
coastline.
mountain that we went through.
You didn't go through the mountain. You went around the mountain.
No, we went,
No, we went
under
through
it.
it, underneath.
No, you went through a different one. You went through one that was near the forest. That particular mountain, you definitely have not went through.
Oh.
Please go through it though.
Who am I to
That
share
that
the word of
yes.
God? Let's do it.
that place takes more than a day to go through. Believe me. However,
Are we ready?
are we ready?
I believe
Are
so.
we ready?
Sorry, my roll 20 is frozen. I am trying to get back on.
Don't worry about it. This gives me a chance to kind of get some bits of reading for you, actually. So, as you're coming up towards the keep, all of you, you'll realize in front of you that by the gate there are five people of different races in front of you, but all of them are dressed in very pristine looking, very odd color to see. This shade is something that is not seen often because it's so valuable. Have these long robes of deep purple. In the middle of the purple is the crest of the castle keep. A kind of it's a shield with what would be like the tip of an ink quill at the top. There is a line underneath, and then the Ohm sign, if you guys know what that is,
Yeah.
from Mass.
God of War, yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is underneath
Omega.
it, and it is etched into the chest of these robes. They all stand around the door.
Can I roll a perception to see if they are in a line to get in, or if they're like there as gatekeeping?
You don't need to roll perception. You'll be able to see that. There is a queue in front of you for gaining access into the
Being the
Candlekeep.
dickhead dwarf that I am, can I just push through the line and go,
Yes,
hello,
you fucking
hello,
can.
fellow nobleman. I'm gonna
You're
push through and be nice.
You're saying hello, fellow nobleman.
No, not fellow noble. Hello, nobleman. Fine morning, is it?
Are you going up to the people at the front door?
Yes.
They look at you up and down, and you're kind of. How are you dressed right now? You have like the skins. Have you washed the blood off you?
Yes, during the rest I would have. Oh,
I'm gonna say
okay.
that you've definitely, because you've not had the time to go to like an inn or anything for proper self-care, so you've still got fucking flecks of it on you. Maybe even bits of bug hanging off of your weapons, though. They look you up and down with a kind of very, not dismissive, not even disrespectful, but scanning and bewildered look between them. You can also see, now that you're this close, one of them is an elderly gentleman, one of them an elderly woman, both human. You have a tiefling here. You have a tabaxi, and you also have I forgot the name. What's the fish people call them? Trident.
Trident, yeah.
You have a trident here as well.
Whilst this is happening, can I join the back of the queue?
Yeah.
I'd like a decent view of what's about to happen, whilst also being respectful.
You 100% drag Muir with you as well.
Yeah. We all go there.
Right, I will continue my interaction. Me and my fellow adventurers are on a quest to rid the lands of this weird shit going on. You must have seen it.
The orc, with its arms crossed, kind of takes one hand out of its sleeve and pulls down, kind of like starting at the chin and pulling well down on its beard. Finishing at the bottom, it puts its hand out, open palm towards you, and goes, "What do you have to offer, the great library,
What do I
fellow
have?
scholar?"
Scholar? This fucker thinks I'm a scholar.
I was like,
I'd like to present my quote cool ass fucking drawing.
Are you not at the back of the queue?
Oh,
No,
I-
fuck
I-
that.
I
If we're
beckon
already
him forward.
getting
no, I'm beckoning Arthur forward. He has something.
yeah, this is for me.
Hmm.
And I present my cool fucking drawing.
Yeah, I believe
Or
that's
my
how
cool
it came up.
fucking diagram.
The ogre looks over it. The orc looks over it, cries over it, and kind of looks surprised all of a sudden. Turns around and shows it to the elderly man, and he's like, "Oh, really?" And then down to the tiefling. The tiefling's like, "Oh my god, really? Can you do this?"
remember,
Yes.
I checked it over as well, just to give it some flair.
Almost absolutely certain I can do this.
If you don't mind, can we get it before? This is definitely good enough to get in the library. Absolutely. But
Fantastic.
can you demonstrate this for us?
Much like a magician, I can't just show you all my tricks. And then I walk past them.
Oh, no! You don't get to just walk in like that. But you may stand over to the side, ready for entry. Thank you.
Okay, that's quite cruel. Okay, I'm prepared for entry.
Next.
I
I
show them a trophy of an animal that I killed.
They look at you, perplexed.
Would this not look great over the top of your mantelpiece?
It doesn't quite compare to the Kraken's head, I'm afraid.
Ah.
I put my hand
Imagine
on.
that's not even like a protest noise. Imagine that's just like pure shock that that's the answer you got. You're like, "Ah."
Didn't and I
Right,
put
Heffy, we're-
yeah I put my hand on. Why can I not get that name out? Drummer's shoulder.
Drummer.
Drummer. Oh, I can't. Don't know why. I always get hung up on the
Durney.
first.
Durney,
Durney.
that was it, yeah.
Durney.
Dirty.
So don't you remember writing something in the village way back? Yeah.
I would have, but I haven't put it down in my thing.
If it's not in your inventory,
Alright,
Well, but he's
piece of
left on
paper.
his kitchen table.
100%. If you have a flashback scene, like there's a cutaway scene where he goes back into the herbalist hut, and all of a sudden that bit of paper with like his little down like bits of like home knowledge and all that just gets picked up, scrumpled up, and chucked into like a poultry, gets crushed up and put into some form of medicine, while she chuckles to herself.
It was actually what he was smoking.
I present my little scroll entitled "Engraving for Dummies," a simple beginner's guide to simple engravings on hilts and blades, and I present
Oh,
it.
very nice. Oh, this is very good. You should take this, actually. Do you have several copies? It wouldn't take long to refigure this one. Don't worry. If you need help, we can easily help. We should actually take this up to Etrude at the Outfitters. He would be very interested to see some of these techniques. I don't believe we have something like this. Do we? No? No. Yeah, this is absolutely good.
Hang on, let me write this down. Etrude.
Erude. I'm going to have to spell it for you, and you guys can kind of tell me how you think it would be pronounced, because this is a fuckery for dyslexics most of this campaign, okay? So it's E-R-U...
E-R-D-I...
T-E.
T-E.
Erudite. So it's erudite outfitters and clothers. Thank you. That's a very hard word for dyslexic.
Outfitters. Okay.
Okay.
Go. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. Nero goes next, and I'm gonna be asking for a pen and paper. I'm just gonna give them.
No.
correct way to
I actually
go.
like that you're trying to interrupt in between every person getting in. So let's hear it.
Do you have a pen and paper? I
No.
can borrow. No.
It's well known throughout the Castrate here that you're meant to approach with your offering. Everybody knows. Turns around to Martin. You knew that, right?
I was told last week, yes.
Large, attractive man. You knew that
2
too.
days ago.
I look behind me.
Here he's talking to you.
Oh, me! Yeah, I knew that. Because Aunt Aggie told me.
Do not know that.
Right. Well, I have no books. So what the fuck do you want?
I will
I
give you a pen and paper.
Yeah, I
type
pull out a piece of charcoal and some paper.
Right.
Just
I'm
go
gonna
over
jot
there.
down-
Go
I'm
over
gonna
there
jot down
and
the correct way to skin a goat.
just right.
On the way of the goat?
Actually, no. I'm gonna
No,
I'm gonna write a piece on stone cutting.
I was going to say just write a bloody journey
That's
up to now.
actually not terrible, Connor.
It's not terrible. Bit boring. But,
You're walking into a library, my guy.
A bit boring.
I a bit boring, yes.
Connor, you can write me roll me an intelligence or a wisdom, whatever one you prefer.
They're both the same.
Okay, well, roll one of them.
Oh!
Alright.
Wow, you come in swinging, eh? This is taking you time, so we're going to come back to you, okay? But that's a really good roll. Nira, it's the tiefling kind of pushes the orc to the side. Goes, oh, the drow. I'm very, very interested to see what you might have.
I hand them a bit of paper, which at the top of the bit of paper there is a drawn map with just like a partial section of the way out of the Underdark, and just to like add a little bit of flair at the bottom, it's shows you how to weave the spider webs to get out.
My, what language is this in?
Elven.
Oh, just simple Elven, or
Actually, no, it's in Underdark.
in Underdark?
I don't know. I can't remember the name of that.
He goes, oh, very interesting, and
What
does
do
a
they call
wave,
them?
waves his hand, kind of almost like finger by finger in front of one of his eyes, and you see the eye twist with the fingers as they move, and as his head kind of angles, it shifts from this tiefling who stood in front of you. It's like he's purple with kind of blue tufts of hair coming out, and his eyes are this kind of pure. The full eye is green, but as he twists his fingers over his eye, in between each finger, you see it quickly go from green to blue to red to purple, and then finishes on yellow. He kind of holds it between his index finger and his thumb as he's looking at the bit of paper. He goes, oh, this is very good. You can definitely get. You could probably get further than the Court of Air with this piece. Yeah, very good indeed. Very good. It kind of indicates for you to go over to this little line to the side.
Okay.
And then, Connor?
Right.
The
Well,
line's over
in my
here.
best handwriting, calligraphy and everything, pictures, fucking diagrams, everything on all these 5 sheets of paper that Heffy has given me.
At this point, I give him the quill and pen because I'm impressed.
This writing that you guys see, by the way, like Sam, you were taught, like fucking hammered into you beautiful calligraphy and shit like that. Sorry, Nira, this was hammered into you. You could not match this on your best day. Okay, this
like to
fucking
imagine-
barbarian of a man.
And after
I kind
after
of
I've
like
finished,
tilt my
af-
head and then like look them up and down and then just kind of shrug.
Look over your shoulder trying to see who the fuck he stole this from.
so after I finish writing everything up, I hold it up to the sun and I give it a quick smooch before handing it over, hand it over to the people.
Oh, that definitely takes the value down.
Take it.
There's just a little lipstick mark in the bottom right corner now.
So this is a.
Oh, blood.
Is this what? Describe what you're giving here, Connor.
This is a detailed report on stone cutting.
So it's kind of instructed on the reading of stonework and
Yes.
how to interpret ruins and age and
Have you
stuff.
even got that?
The trident would be particularly interested in this because it's a really quite a young trident, a guppy almost, comes up and takes it out your hand. It goes, "Oh, this is very good. Yes, we have quite a few fall from the cliff's edge with markings like these. This could be very handy. I'm calling me surprised. We thought you were a moron.
No.
Obviously, with our greatest apologies, we regret that decision. But no, if you take the line there, I think that you don't have too long until entrance. A couple of hours, maybe.
Right.
We're gonna be here a couple of hours, and I just sit down on the side of the ground.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know you said.
By the way, next to you that you can see is a small cafe.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
Nah, it's fine. I saved some of that wasp flambe that I made.
sorry, can I just nip to the toilet?
Gonna
Take
have
a-
that. Everybody for a coffee? Coffee?
Do I
Coffee?
look like I'm dead? Just
Take
eat
another
my
5 points of
food.
damage.
I just need to nip to the toilet quickly. IRL.
No worries.
Right.
My apologies.
Okay, this is kind of built in to give you the kind of opportunity to do short rests and that before you come in. But we don't really. So we'll just wait until Scruff gets back and continue on again.
I will
Like to go
follow
try to
Arthur.
get coffee.
Yeah, we're going for a quick
for the crew.
quick cuppa. I imagine everybody's going in for a coffee into the little cafe except Connor, who's actually like cross-eyed, sick, cross-legged at the door, just fucking steaming doing fucking stuff.
Whilst eating poison.
Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm going in there and I'm having an Irish coffee.
From what you guys can see, from where you are, the walls are these walls in front of you are really quite tall. I'm going to see if I can find a quick description before Scruff gets back.
Can I use my stone cunning on it?
What does stone coming actually do,
haven't-
Connor? It's history.
Yeah,
It's
there.
ancient stone, and it's obviously been magically affected. But you don't even need stone cunning to see it, and it's consistently repaired as well.
Does it have anything that I would know that my compatriots would not? Strike
I
up a
don't believe so.
conversation.
Not so much. Just give me a second to kind of read through it a little bit, Connor. Whilst you're waiting, and you're in the cafe, you will discover bits and bobs from other scholars came to visit about the location. You learn that the Candlekeep is the largest repository of written lore in Chester, including the collected philosophies of ancient sage named Orlando the Seer. And those divinations make up but a tiny fraction of the accumulated knowledge, but is actually what started the library in the first place. Common knowledge amongst people. And the library is just an absolutely vast collection. Not all knowledge preserved in the Candlekeep is of a historical importance. The library holds thousands upon thousands of lost recipes, old songs, collections of folklore, written journals by folks whose time is long since past. The abundance of these auxiliary works make finding actually useful tomes a real task. And this is where you discover the class of people in the Candlekeep of whom you were actually waiting for, called the Avowed. Take a note. Okay? The Avowed look after the library and are vigilant in their care of cataloguing all the knowledge it holds. And you guys still have your pieces of paper on you that you would have been getting address with. Okay? Now, Connor, earlier on I asked you to roll a number.
Mhm.
And you rolled an... I want to say a 7? Yes.
Yeah, if it was a D8, then I rolled a 7 because it was the high number.
Sorry,
It was.
have we gained entrance? Or are we still outside?
No, sir.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. You're currently at the cafe on the outside.
I'm waiting in line
Alright.
for
Once-
coffee.
Oh, are we playing out the coffee shit? Okay.
I'll do the coffee shit.
Is there anything
Wait,
like,
do it.
is it just the
I
cup?
went for coffee.
ju-
I'm waiting for coffee.
Is it just the
Okay.
Is it just the cafe? There's no like little market or anything like that.
No, this is just a small cafe.
Okay,
though.
okay.
It's not even like an actual cafe you can sit in. It's more of like one of those little window ones
Yeah,
that you get
yeah.
on like the beach.
Yeah, got you.
Come here, get your
Next.
coffee here.
Is that us at the front of the line?
Come on, then. If you want coffee, come to the window.
Perfect. I'll walk up and I'd like a triple venti soy no foam latte, please.
Would you like that with spite or no spite?
Would you like that with extra, bitch?
I'd like it with caramel drizzle.
You can absolutely do that. Oh, that's quite a request. Okay.
What do you guys want?
I can't believe you
Irish
came up with that off
coffee.
the top of your fucking head.
I absolutely did not. Google's my best friend.
Anything else? You see her kind of wave a finger over her shoulder. Anything else?
No, that's it. for me.
I'll
What do
take
you
a
guys
coffee. I'll take a coffee.
want? You want the
Okay.
same order as me?
No, just a regular coffee.
Regular coffee.
Don't know what you're missing out on, man.
Would you like to try today's special blend of spider acid?
Do I?
Here, like my ears perk up at the word spider.
Same.
Okay, you know
I
what?
heard
I'm just gonna pay for mine now.
Okay.
How much for that?
5 silver, please.
5 silver. Fuck me. Okay, yeah, no, I'll split a gold and I'll pay for the next one's order as well.
Okay.
Cool.
You,
Thank you for visiting Searbucks.
Thank you. And I wait back in line. In
Oh.
my
You
Triple
get your
venti
regular
on
coffee
that.
then as well.
yep.
Nira, you got an order? Anything else, lovelies?
I haven't had coffee before, so I'm kind of a bit.
Actually,
Wary
you
of
probably
it.
would have.
Um,
Something's pretty similar anyway. It's quite a common thing around.
Plus, you've
Yeah,
you've been
I-
in the village for like 6 months, haven't you?
Yeah, that's my point. and Heffy's dad definitely fucking preaches the power of the coffee cup.
Yeah.
He's actually the one that turned me on to the. Hang on, let me just
Actually-
open that back up again.
I quite like the idea. I quite like
Triple
the
venti
idea.
soy no foam lattes with caramel drizzle on top.
I kind of like the idea of every morning as the forge gets going, he tells Heffy to go into the corner and start pumping it, and he just puts this big fucking pot on the thing and just waits with his forehead in his hand, just. Okay, there, you should finish his serving up coffee. He goes, "Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day."
I didn't get my Irish coffee.
Oh, it's there. We heard your order.
You were waiting for spider acid.
Oh yeah, I got one of those too. About 2 coffees.
Oh, somebody owes me 5 silver, by the way.
Yeah, I paid for heffies.
Put on the humans tab.
Somebody still needs to pay.
Yeah.
I've already paid. I'm already gone.
Not joking.
God,
I'm seriously about to spend my 1 gold.
Bye.
Oh, yeah,
roll
oh, yeah,
my
I
eyes in
forgot.
half, and then I put the gold onto, like 1 gold onto the thing and tell her to keep the change.
Bless you, darkest princess.
I forgot
She takes it back.
you've spent all your damn gold on that stupid puff.
Stupid puff.
He still
That
doesn't know where it
stupid
is.
puff is insatiable, man. I love it.
I'd
Oh.
like to try to discern just a little bit more about the
Right, when
insatiable puff.
we're all in a dank, smelly cave, yeah.
Oh, it's
and
dank.
I burn this incense, and I burn this incense stick. I burn one of these like an incense stick.
Yeah,
We're
but did
going
you have to spend
danking.
30 gold on it?
Yeah, Yes, these caves are rather smelly. Take it from a dwarf.
That's barely even 7 grams, mate.
7 grams.
Okay, right. You guys was waiting and arguing over bullshit in the queue. One of the sages at the door dressed in purple comes towards you and goes, "We have signed and avowed to... I'm assuming you are a group?
Aye.
Yeah.
Excellent. Can we have a name for the group, please, to put down on the paperwork?
What should its name
Party from
is
Helgi.
Daz.
Helgi
Daz
party.
Stonebreaker.
Helgi party.
What was that?
Daz Stonebreaker.
And the other one's called?
Helgi party.
Helgi Party. I'm getting a lot of mixed messages here. Do you need a minute to think about this?
Just go with his one.
The Helgi Party.
Yeah.
Okay. The Helgi... How do you spell Helgi?
Helgee.
Hang on, I thought this was the place of
Oh,
knowledge.
I thought it was Helgie.
You'd be surprised how many Helgis there are.
Yeah. That's the
Okay,
point.
excellent. If you follow me, please. And he turns back around, walks towards the door. And
Okay.
he goes, "Welcome to the Court of Air." And these two doors in front of you, one is completely still shut, with the other one with maybe a 5-foot gap in it. These doors stretch up easily 60 feet into the air. They are fucking humongous. And as you make your way through, you can enter into the Court of Air, which is the court on the other side of that doorway, okay?
I'm just imagining walking into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Walking in here. I just need to get to another map and another page. Walking in, you're instantly greeted by the sheer size of this place. It's like, to your mind, it's wasted space heavy. Like,
Yeah.
this should be utilized so much better. Everything seems tucked away to the side and just useless. Up to your right-hand side are this just cacophony of pillars, just lining this entire side of the wall. Over in the corner, you can see some places looking slightly store-like over here. Down at the bottom, you can see sticking out above this small outbuilding kind of thing, there is a large statue of an open book. Down here, you can see a small building, quite a small building with a kind of open, looks like kind of a half-built tower, kind of sticking out above it. You can see a sign waving outside, and it attaches to this building straight next to it. You also have a building with no signage here, and this one right here, you can see stables and forges bellowing.
Cool.
That's what you get. As you're looking around, sorry, I'm keep dancing from page to page right now. There is a very stoic, very serious looking moon elf shuffling towards you, dressed in a kind of learned black outfit. Kind of think D&D's version of a college professor, okay?
Mhm.
And he comes over to you. He goes, "Good day. My name is Vushad Moonriver. I shall be your..."
Hang on, how do you spell Vushad?
It is Vooshadi.
Slower this time.
Vooshadi.
Okay.
H-A-D-I.
H-A-D-I.
Moonriver. Vushad. And
That's why we got the dyslexic doing the notes.
I would like to welcome you to what I understand is your first visit to the Candle Keep. I feel like I need to change the music over to something cooler. What should we do?
He is what's been described as our initiative, which is, I'm assuming, our guide.
No, that's not the one I want.
Oh, goddamn.
that sounded perfect.
I was feeling it.
Yeah, come
I
on.
was feeling it.
He goes, "I shall be your avowed for your visit.
Avowed, not initiate. So,
Anything that you need to get, gather, or learn from your time here shall come from me. I shall be here to help to the best of my abilities, and let me tell you that you are in luck, as my abilities are endless. He looks very proud of himself. I'm going to describe this guy a little bit. He is a very pale-skinned elf, not in the same way that Nira is. He's not grayed through lack of sunlight. His skin is naturally like flawlessly white, and I don't mean like us white. I mean like
Pearlescent.
paper sheet white. Okay.
Ah, so he's like a
As white
farmer
as the
from
paper
China.
that Connor didn't have.
Exactly.
Oh,
He
gotta do like
stands
that.
very straight. Like there's a board stretching from the back of his head to the base of his arse. There's nothing wrong with his posture. Off of his hip, you can see a couple of pouches hanging. A couple of scrolls kind of tucked into underneath of it, and a large book binder hanging off to his side. The robes carry down, and at the bottom he has these kind of, I don't know how, they're not cowboy boots, but you know, like the kind of buccaneer boots,
Mhm.
the fold coming over them.
Yeah.
Them, and the side of each of them you can see these two kind of rubies embedded into it, which you can, without too much really investigation into, has some form of magical ability attached.
Well met, good sir. If we're good.
His hair is very pale blonde, slicked the whole way back, and quite long.
Okay.
Can I ask the party what we were actually here to do?
I go. Well met, good sir. We were directed here by our local. We come from a village, not 2 days, about 2 days ride from here. We've been hit with a mysterious. I don't know. I don't want to call it plague, but not even epidemic.
Came
A curse.
Cursed. A cursed.
Came-
Yes.
to uncover knowledge about how to help your
Yes.
people.
Our
Quite noble.
village herbalist. We know as, and affectionately known as Aunt Aggie. I believe, or Agatha,
Agatha.
has directed us here in hopes to meeting with a, no, bear with my pronunciation here, a Materius, I believe.
Materius.
I've got Matarug.
Mataru.
Materius.
Might be wrong.
I got
Okay.
Matt.
It's a
Yes.
stage of some description. Okay, that might be an S. Maybe I've just made it into a G because I'm an idiot.
That's who may have prior knowledge of this, as Agatha has had to deal with this before.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
Oh.
not sure if you've noticed yet, but the world is kind of dying.
Materius, you say, is he?
Materius or Materius?
Well,
Matorius.
okay, very good. Tell you what, why don't you leave it with me, and I shall have a scan about. You must understand, we have thousands of scholars.
I
within
understand.
These walls.
Before you go, there are
This may-
there are a few housekeeping things we would like to do. We'd like to know if there's anywhere to buy supplies,
Well,
kits.
Absolutely, but before we progress much too further, I will give you a quick tour before I go and try and find this Mateus for you.
Forgive my
Before we-
interruption. Then.
No, absolutely. But we have a couple of housekeeping rules of our own I would quite like to go over. First off, again, let me extend a warm welcome to the walls of the Candlekeep from all of us who pertain this to be our home and workplace.
Thank you.
Whilst here, I would ask that you follow 4 very simple rules. No fighting. All arguments must follow the rules of cordial debate and discussion. Violent altercations will not be tolerated.
I glance towards Dooney.
No.
I also got
I look back. I look back. And I give like no. I give like the the shrug that means like what? What you want?
Yeah. Like, what the
Why
fuck, man? Why are you looking at me?
We all just look towards Derny, and Derny continues the look across over his shoulder.
The second rule,
No one.
again, very obvious for where you are, is no stealing. This rule applies to all objects in the keep, not just the library's works.
No stealing.
What
Thirdly,
about this? What about this stone on the floor?
no stealing. Thirdly, no copying. Visitors are permitted to take notes, of course, while studying the library's vast works. But anyone who would wish to make a full copy of a work must pay to have the manuscript created by the scribes at the house of the binder, which he kind of gestures off to what would be his right. If you guys are looking at coming in from the gate, you're left, okay? Towards that big fucking house with the book on top. And lastly, and very much most importantly for where you are, no damaging, marking, or otherwise modifying the works. This rule does not apply to privately owned books, of course, scrolls and other documents that aren't part of the Candlekeep collection, but anything which is within our ownership, including the pieces which you have kindly donated. He puts his hand out.
Are we to get? Oh, sorry. Are we to
It
get?
was muted. My mic was muted, but I did say I hand over the piece of paper.
Are we supposed
Okay,
to give these to you? Because I was told to give it to someone else. At the
No,
game.
you just present it to the people at the door
Okay.
and hand it to me once you come in.
Okay.
Takes it and he puts it up down into this pouch. As he puts it into the pouch, you notice that even though those things look like they would be too big to get to the bottom and not be completely contained, they disappear.
Okay.
Okay.
He goes,
Magic
"Thank you very much."
purse.
Then, obviously, as said before, anything that you own, you may take notes on, you may copy, you may do whatever, but anything within the permit of the library, you must respect our rules and how we operate. This is the Court of Air. He gestures around him. And I'm going to very quickly give you a tour around. Let me jump pages, guys. Apologies.
No worries.
Right.
No, I do get a copy of that back, don't I?
No.
No.
Before I get
No.
the actual thing.
No.
Oh.
We
No,
give.
you have to donate pieces to get in.
Yes.
Oh, I will go over that. Oh, just so we are clear, the donations you have given allow you entry into the Court of Air. They do not grant you the entry into the main library. That comes with written consent, but I will be your liaison to go and find anything which you may need within the main works of the library, unless you can get written consent from, a higher up, maybe one of the
Understood.
great sages within our works. Obviously, this is put in place to make sure that your average person, and I do not think any of you would be this person, but we have had issues before of people trying to come in just to damage what is here.
Understood.
Just for some extra information, the Matthias, is that right?
Matthias. Yes.
Matthias.
Matthias we're looking for was described to us as a sage, if that helps to cut down.
We have
And
quite a few
avowed.
here.
And avowed.
He is an avowed?
Yes.
Okay, well then that does narrow down my search. I actually may be able to find him quicker than we had initially thought. Right, I shall start off with where I may find him then. And he puts his arms out to behind him and shows you the pillars of pedology, which are these areas behind me. Now, if you give me 2 seconds, there is a lot to read on these fuckers. Pillars of pedology. I'm just going to read you word for word what he reads here until I come across something which you shouldn't get, okay?
Is this
So,
9
Seekers engage.
on the map?
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
He goes, seekers engage in quiet study and research within these austere clusters of closely huddled, flat-topped towers, varying in heights as you can see. Each tower contains private rooms, available for reservation only, and they feature permanent silent spells cast on them to allow the occupants to read without disturbance. Most researchers you will find around here actually will conduct most research conducted by the seekers you find around here happens in these towers. Oh, seekers, by the way, are yourselves. People from the outside coming to visit the Candlekeep. And they mostly study in these pillars here. They must rely on myself and my other avowed guides to retrieve and return specific works from the Great Library to assist them with the research. Most of yourselves, the seekers, will never actually pass through the Great Emerald Doors. And he points over towards number 8. Okay?
Yep.
What were those pillars called? Did they have a name, or did
Pillars of Pedagogy. 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 Fuck.
Again,
Sam?
you're gonna have to go slower.
Sam, can you type that out in the chat?
Pediology.
Yeah,
That
we'll
was-
spell it again.
Pediology.
Pillars of Pedagogy. If I'm trying to spell
wait.
something out, guys, you feel free to type it in.
Is that right?
P-A... Yeah, that looks pretty much fucking bang on to me.
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Any questions about the pillows? This is probably where I will actually come across your friend.
Very cool. And what were the great gates called?
Oh, the Great Emerald Doors. The Emerald Doors, the main point of access to the inner ward, stands to the western end of the Court of Air. And he points down towards the big fuck-off green doors.
Yeah.
They are a vast 15 feet tall and made of translucent dark green stone that glows with an inner light.
Very pretty.
The doors themselves are guarded by a very secret, very complicated, very well protected spell to
Understood.
ensure that no one who would wish to keep damage will be able to pass further than there. Here, a keeper of the Emerald Door, and he points towards a man that's standing in very similar robes to those you saw at the front door, but this time in green, stands at all time to welcome newly arrived seekers, who usually do have questions about the inner keep. This is probably one of the most learned men you will come across here on the structure and contents of the Candlekeep. If you have any questions, whoever is at the door at the time will be the man to go to, or woman, or anything in between. The keeper uses runners to help seekers secure lodgings at the House of Rest. Put over towards number 2 down here, and places to study at the Pillars of Paidology. That points up towards number 9. The keepers at the end of the door politely dispel any mistaken notions seekers might have about passing through the Emerald Doors and exploring into the great library beyond. The inner ward is off limits to seekers without special invitation, which must come from a keeper of tomes, the first reader, or one of the great 8 readers. And then there's a lot of stuff there, which is just kind of background lore, which you guys don't really need right now. Any questions about that? Or shall we carry on?
Let's carry on.
Carry on. Right. Next on my tour. This down here is the House of the Binder. And he points towards number 5. Right. A seeker can request a copy of any book or scroll in the library, and the works for creating a copy is permitted from the scribes in the House of the Binder. The entire text must be replicated, since the avowed insist on maintaining the scholarly intent and integrity of the original author. Pretty much, if you would like a copy of a book, this is where you must go to get it. Would you like a quick breakdown of the costs? Does this interest you at all?
I think
please.
yes.
Okay. Non-magical tomes, the copying and binding of a typical book in the Candlekeep is generally about 100 gold pieces or so. Double for a translated version, for example, if it was coming out of common, or sorry, if it was in giant and you wished for it to be in common, about 200 gold pieces. You must pay in advance for those particular copies, and they can take quite a time to do, quite obviously. They could be from a couple of weeks to months, depending on the tome. Spellbooks, a copy of a spellbook costs about 50 gold pieces per kind of class of spell. That translates to you guys as levels, okay? For example, a spellbook that contains 2 third-class spells and 4 second-class spells and 6 first-class spells, so about 20 spells classes together. It's about 1,000 gold pieces. And a work of a devoured, each year we'd release a small book stamped with the sigil of the library, which he points to the same crest that the guys had on the outside, but he's kind of got on a pin. And it is credited to the avowed of the Candlekeep, ourselves. These are limited editions containing short essays, excerpts, and other writings relevant to a particular theme or subject. This year was poetry from the great bards. We sell these off as kind of trinkets. They're about 50 gold pieces to 100, depending on the kind of contents. This year's 50 for, I mean, it's art this time, it's not real knowledge. But, yes.
That's number 5, yeah?
Yeah.
That's number 5, yeah. Pretty much, if you need a book copied, that's where you're going for it.
And it is called...
That's not cheap.
The House of the Binder. No, it is not fucking cheap. I've already showed you the pillars. Where are we next? Let's go to number 3, which is... Sorry, I am jumping pages again. The Hearth. everybody's favorite stopping point for the day. This is the hearth. From the outside, the hearth appears to be a modest tavern of sturdy construction and warmly lit.
I put my hand on Derny's shoulder just to hold him back.
Down, boy. Warm light emanating from the pillar of a small window on either side of the front door. As you can see, upon entering the establishment, you will quickly realize that it is 3 times more spacious than what you can see on the outside. The hearth has gained its larger dimensions courtesy to an extra-dimensional magic created by worshippers of... pretend he says a god name. I'll come back to that because I'm going to have to decide who that is in my pantheon. Pretty much, it's a clockwork device suspended in a 2-foot kind of globe. Martin. We call this device the Geometric Amplifier. Basically, you'll find that when you walk in, there won't be any rooms to the side. You'll see somebody walk into a room. The door will close, and if you try to follow, you'll find the room empty, as a new room will appear just for you. This place plays with dimensions, and allows the people in it to have their own private place to relax or study. It's very common to study in this place, as people quite like to have a drink as they work. Any questions about the hearth?
No, good.
Okay, then we move on to the House of Rest. Pretty much what it says on the tin. This is the place where most seekers come to stay. It's attached to the hearth. It is it's an inn. You can come here for the night and you can kind of have, you don't even have to study. This is where most of the kind of good discussions, you'll see a lot of debates happening on the stage. In here, occasionally we have bards coming in who are searching for ancient limericks or forgotten tunes and try them out here first. A lot of great works that have been lost for ages have been rekindled and reforged within that particular tavern. It's a very fun place, actually. A lot rowdier than the hearth itself, but very good. Yes, there's about 25 rooms, plenty of space for staying, and yeah, there's not much else to say about it, really. Next to that, we have the granary, which is it's a granary.
Yes.
Hang on, I missed number 2 entirely. I was looking up gods.
It's basically it's an inn.
It's an inn.
It's an inn.
It's an inn.
It's an inn where you will see some fucking excellent shows.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just looking to see if they actually have anything on the granary in this book, but I think it's just
A granary. It's where they make food. Yeah.
yeah. That is just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I 100% just misspelled granary.
Is Connor? Are
Down
you there?
Next to. Can you hear me?
Connor?
Yeah, I can hear you, Scott.
No, Connor. Can Connor hear me? Is Connor there?
Yep. Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
Oh,
Just
You were quiet, and I was wondering if you not.
the narcolepsy
Yeah.
kicked in hard.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
sorry.
What have we got next to that? We have the temple. There's several spaces in there to praise to pretty much any god you wish. You'll find that this is one of the only places where even what in the Great Empire might be classified as forbidden or maybe not so commonly followed god. You're more than welcome to praise whoever you wish within these walls. Knowledge has no limits, and neither should faith. And then he moves on, and the next is the Smithy and Stables. You'll find plenty of place here for your horses if you have any, griffins if you have any. We even have some special splits for them, and you can go here to try and get some new. Well, a lot of people that come here have damaged items from the passes, so if you have any weapons that need repaired, this is where you go. Your horseshoes you can get there. If you want a new ale mug for your time spent here, that's where you go to get it. And then right next door to that. It's not got a number on this map, I don't believe, but this little building next to you here.
Yeah.
That's the Baffin Steam House. Self-explanatory. You go there when you need to wash.
Mhm.
Perfect.
No charge. You just walk in, make sure you have something to douse yourself with afterwards, and your own sponge is recommended. Other than that, up in the corner there, the very last place I need to show you, which is where whoever pinged that is.
Mhm.
That is Eritudes, Outfitters, and Clothiers. I do have actually a bit to read you here.
Can I get a book that ups my dexterity?
Probably not. this is where you can buy new robes or have well-worn clothes mended for a modest exchange. You'll find the owner, Fieldmar Bassett III, is an expert tailor and a secular hobbyist. Oh fuck! I think that's something to do with religion.
Secular.
In his family, fashioned a place amongst the devout, crafting robes and other garments upon request. He teaches compulsory classes to us, actually, on simple stitching and pretty much how to make sure that when we have a small hole in our outfits, that we don't bother him with the upkeep.
What was his
You
name?
also,
again?
it's
Erudite.
Feldmar, Feldmar. Fieldmar.
Yeah.
Next to the workshop, there is an atrium where Fieldmar indulges in his hobby of raising silkworms. And he harvests their cocoons to weed. Well, I mean, he makes fine clothes. That's what he makes. If you're looking for any robes, sometimes even slightly enchanted ones, this is the man to go to. His work is exemplary. And he points towards his boots. He goes, honestly. You look like a man who enjoys a smith. I should probably specify that Kellier is our resident smith
Okay.
at the stables.
Hell yeah.
Yes, no, it's he's yeah, no, it's not much else to tell you. He really enjoys seeing exotic creatures kept there. I believe at the moment we have a couple of wyverns and some hippogriffs lodged with us. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to take about Court of Air, but I believe that's it. It's a lot of information taken in one go,
yeah.
I'm aware. If you need a reminder at any time, simply ask.
Okay, I have just 2 questions.
Absolutely.
Is there anywhere for standard provisions we can buy?
Yes, the tavern will sell you.
The tavern will do. So okay, thank you. 2. Do you have any sort of messaging facility? Can we mail them?
Messaging
You know,
facility.
we need to send word to someone. Do you have those facilities on hand?
Yeah. I mean, quite probably. Yeah. What's the best way of doing
We
this?
promised
have
someone.
ravens.
We promised someone we'd let them know we arrived safely.
Okay. We have some ravens. If the person is well known, like a politician or something, they may have been seen. We have people who can cast sending and.
Are you
send a
aware of
message straight out to
the
them.
Cozy Crossroad Inn up the road?
Cozy Crossroads Inn.
At the crossroads.
Twist's place.
Yes, Twist.
Yes,
Anti-twist.
we know Twist.
Yeah.
Twist is very much a friend of the Candlekeep. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we'd like to send a message to Anti-Twist. She worried that we wouldn't make it, so I'd like to assuage her fears.
I shall see you to it personally.
Thank you.
No worries. Anything else?
I believe. Well, I'm satisfied for now. Unless anyone else
I'm
has.
good.
Okay.
If we're happy with that, then
Well
I'm
then,
good.
for the time being, whilst I search for your friend, Melaview?
Hang on.
Matthias.
Matthias, that's it.
Oh, Materius. Oh, yeah.
Trace.
Matreus. That should be it.
Please pick one of the names.
It's definitely one of them.
I will write it out. I think that's how we agreed. Or was it O? I think that's how we agreed it's spelled.
Okay. Well, then,
That's what I have
Ah,
written down. I think
I-
we've all got different stuff written down.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Matreus, yeah. I think-
absolutely no worries. I shall make endeavours into finding this particular avowed for you. Sorry, guys. I should yawn. That's terribly rude. I shall make
Sorry?
endeavours into finding this particular avowed for you. Absolutely no problem at all. If there is nothing else.
I think we're good.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, thank
Oh.
you.
I should specify one more thing. You'll find if any of you have magical casting abilities, it kind of scans through the party. Anyone? No?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Oh,
I was looking at him.
you will find that a lot of it will be, what's the best way, restricted whilst you're here, particularly any that include flames. For obvious reasons.
Does that include
We are-
runic carvings?
anything that could be classed as being essenced in fire, you will find definitely highly impacted. If you had the ability to cast an inferno, you'll find it gets no bigger than a candle's
Got ya.
flame, and likely will not.
That
catch
seems smart
anything
in a
here.
place of knowledge, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Exactly. There are theft protections in place, and most magics you will find will have kind of restrictions based upon them.
What kind of restrictions?
Just,
Suppression.
I mean,
I think what she's asking is if they're dangerous to us.
oh no. They're quite the opposite. They're there for everybody. So you remember the 4 rules? They're
Yes.
pretty
Yes, I
much in
remember-
place
I remember them.
to
I mean,
enforce the 4 rules.
Say for whatever reason I forget to hand back a book and I walk out of the pillars for whatever
Oh.
reason, I'm not going to get exploded immediately, am I?
No, you'll actually find that the book will no longer be in your possession after you leave.
Ooh.
That's one of the fun little things. It's very hard to steal from us.
That's fair enough.
By accident.
Now, you said we could
If-
take notes, but
if that's
no,
what you reply back, Martin, he kind of very sternly looks like he catches himself and goes, "No, shouldn't. No, never mind."
No, actually, there's one of the rules. Thank you for reminding me, but there's one of the rules. You're no copying. You said we could take notes, but no direct copying of text.
Yes, I mean, so long as it's not word for word.
All right.
You
Okay.
of course you're allowed to study.
Right.
We
got
would
you.
never discourage studying
Yeah.
within our walls, but obviously, Sam, what's it called when you directly
Quotes.
copy somebody else's work?
Plagiarism.
Plagiarism is, it's not just frowned upon; it's punishable
Yes.
within these walls.
Okay.
Knowledge has to be original. Although there are certain cases where we will take duplicates of rare works,
Yeah.
or if you know duplications of it, type thing, you know. But no, plagiarism is a big.
I'd hate us to find the solution and not be able to do it because we can't afford it. You know, we can't afford to take the knowledge. You know.
No. if it's just a little bit of knowledge that you're looking for, it sounds like it's just a kind of small problem. I don't mean to downplay
Yeah.
your woes.
Quest to
But it's-
save the world, yes.
It just sounds like a small kind of local issue that you're
Yeah.
trying to think. I would imagine that we will have the answer within these walls somewhere, and once you uncover it, it's not going to cost an entire tome's worth to take.
Yeah.
Actually, it sounds like you're just looking for a person.
Yeah.
Well, you can take them as much as you want, just don't touch the fucking books.
I could take that.
No,
No.
you could try. So long as you follow the rules. It gets very tricky when magic gets counted out as well, though.
It's okay.
Yes, you see people walking down in different uniforms, flag them down. We're all here to help, quite frankly. If you manage to get in the door, it means you've been able to offer us something. So
Oh, that's
it's
another
only fair we
thing.
offer
That's
something
another
in
thing.
return.
I keep. Sorry if I keep bringing up questions.
No, it's fine.
Is our entrance
This
once
is
only?
the session to get all this shit out the way.
Is our entrance once only? If we leave the doors, do we need to present
Yes.
another form of knowledge? Thank you.
You will. Yes, indeed you will. Unless you have special
I know what you mean.
orders
Yes.
from one of the higher up, maybe one of the great readers or something like that, to go out and retrieve something and come back, then you would not have to produce it. If you're just nipping up to the little coffee shop outside as well, to Brady's Brews, you'll be absolutely fine to come back in as well.
Okay.
That we're not that much of a dicks that as soon as you're out, you're out. If you're just going for a coffee, you're totally fine.
Wait, there's no coffee shop in
I
Wales?
would say the tavern would provide coffee.
You can get to tap. I'm telling you, Brady's is so much better.
It's true, she didn't even bat an eye at my fucking insert coffee name here.
Yeah,
Almost-
man,
almost-
the way that she can conjure ingredients is just fucking phenomenal.
Almost makes
isn't
me wonder why you don't integrate her into the actual course.
it? She doesn't want to come in.
I suppose she
says
makes
she
more
gets a lot more
profits.
business being outside because people get turned away.
I was gonna say, yeah, I probably answered my own question.
Plus, I don't know if you noticed, but it takes a minute to come inside.
there. Yeah.
And plus, she charges for the toilets. You know.
Yeah, I did
Shit,
notice.
I didn't even think about that. I need
Okay,
to pee, guys.
well, the bathhouse is just there. So
No, perfect.
As I say, I'm going to disappear and I'm going to start doing a research for
Okay.
you. Be aware that it could take, be it hours or days before I have an answer for you. I cannot stress to you how many people are in these buildings and where to go look, and you can't make a noise in them.
it's fine.
Quite alright.
If we could get an update every now and again, even if it's
Absolutely. Where will I find you?
you'll either find us in the tavern or the inn. I think
Okay.
one of us will
Ten.
always be there.
Absolutely fine.
Majority of the time.
Yeah.
So, as I say, if there's anything in particular you guys are looking, anything in particular you guys are looking for other than your friend, please let me know and I shall endeavour to help.
Thank you.
No knowledge is off limits, unless it's knowledge that is.
Thank you very much.
That. Okay.
And with that, he turns around, kind of gives you a kind of curtsied bow, turns back round and starts walking towards the pillars. Which, as I said before, these are massively offset, kind
Yeah.
of different size and shape
Yeah.
buildings, crammed into a small space.
It's like, okay, turn around to the party. Okay, guys, well, got nothing but time. Suggest we clean up, get some rooms
Do we get
booked,
ship-based?
go get some rooms booked, get some meals down us. I'm going to go see if I can buy some medical supplies, since we desperately need them.
Yeah, I feel like maybe having a healer or some potions with us
Well,
would probably be quite helpful.
I think I learned enough on the road there to actually apply some medical knowledge, so I'm going to go get some medical supplies and meet you in the tavern in a bit.
I'm gonna come with you and see if I can't find some potions.
Good
I
idea.
am going to the tavern.
How about you get washed up first?
I'd like to give Derny like 5 gold coins. Just
Sweet.
don't spend all at once.
Well, I'm just going to write this down real quick. So, Derny, Droony, sorry.
No, it's
are you?
Derny.
I mean, it's now spelled Droonmar, but
Right,
it is
Droony.
Derny.
But it's Derny.
It's still Derny. It's still Derny.
Danny, right?
Droomar is pub, Heffy
Arthur.
slash Arthur is hitting where, sorry?
Healers.
A shop of some description to find.
I believe it's on the tavern or the inn. Didn't you say?
Or what you say you're looking for?
Like provisions, healers kit and stuff like that.
Healer's kit you'd probably be able to get out of the temple.
Temple.
Yeah.
Right.
Buying
Yeah.
health potion.
Oh, I'm buying a few. Now healers kits.
Health
actually, no.
Potions is probably going to be out the temple as well, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Okay, we'll go to the temple then.
And Nera, what you doing?
Um,
You have the best part of the day here.
I'm just gonna go and speak to the man at the gate.
Which gate?
The one that is standing there, apparently.
The one that's got all the answers.
Oh, at the Emerald Gate. Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Wait, we're going to the Emerald Keep? The Emerald City? The
Thanks,
Emerald
Sam.
Gates?
I think Sam's just having a wander.
Yeah,
What are you doing at the
You're
Emerald Gate,
speaking
Sam?
to the Emerald Gatekeeper.
just gonna speak to him.
Ask him about the munchkins.
I won't believe this one time there was a fucking house dropped out there and crushed one of us. Sam.
That fucking mutt!
From the other side of the court of air, you didn't quite realize how big this gatekeeper is. As you approach closer and closer, you unmistakably realize that what you are approaching is a bugbear. Like your naturally imposing bugbear.
A naturally imposing bugbear.
They're fucking. Do you know what a bugbear looks like?
Yes.
They're humongous. One step down from an ogre. He goes, "Hello there, little one. Ah, one of the ground folk.
Ground folk.
Yes, under earthers, ground folk, those from the shadow. It gives me pleasure to have my eyes rest upon such a rare creature." And he gives a small bow.
I kind of lift my chin a little bit and just kind of nod. don't actually know what I was going to ask. I've forgotten.
I'm sorry, have I scared you, little one? It happens often. He says that and his voice lifts up and kind of booms. The people around you just going around there. Maybe somebody was well into a book, and as his voice just booms out, fucking shits himself, drops the book on the floor, gives you a very nasty look.
I heard that you are the person to ask regarding the contents of the library.
I am indeed. I am one of the great green cloaks of this great library. This collection of knowledge lost to many, known to few. What is it I can seek for you?
I wondered if you had anything, if you knew of anything to do with an arborant mind.
Brushed against something we shouldn't have in the shadows, have we?
Not me.
I think I could probably do something for you. Yes. Who is it that is your avowed, your run for?
Is Bushadi.
Oh, Bushad. Yes, he means well, I think, but he is very judgmental in his own way. I shall see that any readings or writings are brought to you. Anything worth your attention, anyway. Where can it be? Where can you be found?
I'm at the inn.
Excellent. If you have a room number, or get a room number, feel free to come back, tell me, and I shall get it down to no time at all.
Thank you. And then walk away, well, check over my shoulder to see if anyone was looking, and then walk back.
Whilst you turn, even if you don't realize this, whilst you turn, the bugbear was wearing a headband, a metal ring on his head, and as you leave, he puts his head back, his teeth buckled over his top lip, and it glows this green.
Would I have seen that?
I mean, actually, probably. It's not something he's trying to hide.
Can I ask him what that is?
You want? I promise we'll get done within like 5 minutes, Martin, okay?
I ask him. So, that light on the headband, what is that?
This. How many bugbears have you came across? They're obviously one of the first you've taken the time to speak to.
You'd be right in that assumption.
Well, much like the great Underdark livers, it is uncommon for us barbarian folk, us ruffians, as some call us, to enter such halls of high esteem of education. I was not always as purveyed nor respected as I am today. Quite a while ago, you would have found me on these trails leading to this great keep. I killed so many who wished to learn. So many. I had quite a following around me of goblins and some kobolds, maybe even the occasional ogre who wasn't smart enough to deal for himself. I made a good bit of coin, and a good living, a good life, for myself out of my bloodlust and my greed. Till one day, there was a very frail, very old scholar making his way here, and I cut him down with not a drop of mercy. After he died, and without shame in it, I devoured his bones. It was a band left on the floor. Nothing more than a ring to me. I picked it up and I put it on my belt. If in a couple of days later what would have happened to me you would refer to as a tuning. And he taps up to his forehead and taps the band. Because this thing melded itself onto my head. I would later discover this is what you would refer to as a headband of wisdom. Granted me great perspective. Saw the error of my ways, regretted what I have done. This has led me to come to the Candlekeep. I've devoted myself ever since, and I would like to think made a home for myself. I have respect of many here, and fear from far fewer than I would have on the outside. I atone for my sins of my past life here by helping those gain great knowledge to progress the world to a better place than what I would have left it had I not arrived. This band, anytime I learn something new, you will see the glow. You are an oddity to me. I've learned something new about you today.
What did you learn?
That not all drow are as selfish as they should be. And he gives you like kind of like that Dumbledore under his eye thing. You're not here for yourself.
I maintain eye contact for a moment, but don't say anything else.
It's okay, young one. I'll look for your book, and I will get it to you. Please, enjoy your stay.
I nod and walk away.
Anybody else has anything they would like to do just now?
I've put a healer's kit in my inventory. How much gold do I spend on it, or what do I spend on a healer's kit?
I will find the price for you and we shall take it off for next week. I'm just
Okay.
going to write a note. Bought. I will need to grab the other book that I don't
Okay.
have with me right now.
I can just Google it, can't I?
Can do you?
Yeah. Price of healer's kit.
I think. Right, it's on this page of my book. Right. Fucking. Nope, wrong page.
How much the healer's kit cost? 10 gold
Healer's
pieces.
10 gold, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Yep, that'll do.
Yeah.
10 gold. So you can absolutely do that.
Here we go.
Don't really need to.
Done that?
The temple's a temple. It's beautiful on the inside. And there are fucking many dimensional rooms which will take you to whatever kind of preferred place of worship for whatever god you wish to have. And with that, people, I think that's where we'll end tonight's session. Never got quite as far as I thought we were going to get, which is kind of good. We've landed on a pretty good spot, but I wanted to give you some form of combat for the session.
Okay.
And Scruff rolled an 11. So.
Yeah. Blame me.
I do blame you.
Yeah,
Here,
good.
The 12 might have done it for Sam's character before we even started.
Morgan, you're gonna hate me very, very soon. Don't worry about it.
Killian, by the way. The bugbear's name is Killian.
Killian, the bugbear.
Kill Ian.
Kill Ian.
Kill Ian.
Killian.
I-A-N.
Yep. And there's apostrophe between the L and the I.
Okay. Oh, me. Right. Very good nice session.
Yes.
Did enjoy.
I enjoyed very much so.
Did you like
I look
Killian?
forward
I
to
very
the
much
next
like
one.
Which will be Tuesday? Do we agree on?
Killian.
When's the next
Fuck
time we
off.
do it?
Don't you do it, Martin.
It's a good
Well,
day.
what's going on?
I think
picked
Tuesday's
up
where
a
we
rogue,
decided.
Yeah.
Was it Tuesday?
rogue weapon.
I think it was Tuesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday was last I heard, but I think it was Tuesday because Sam's working the Thursday
And Scruff
Yeah.
streams on it.
and a Wednesday.
I'd say I can work around it.
I can
Okay.
do a Monday, Tuesday D&D sessions. That sounds fun.
We shall decide. Maybe we'll decide on the Tuesday. Me and Sam have a day on Tuesday, so we'll see how that goes first.
As I say, I can move my stream.
Okay.
'Cause
Well,
it's-
we shall work around everybody.
because
and see
to
what
be honest, it's winding down for Christmas anyway, and I don't want to start. And I've just finished all my games. I've just got my
Fair enough.
consistent Skyrim one going. So
Next Tuesday, Sam has her driving test, and we have our mortgage advisory.
I'm needing to go. I've got to work at 8.
Yeah.
No worries,
Yeah.
Connor.
No
Make
worries.
sure you get up in time, set your alarms, and go to bed without
Yes.
playing Xbox or on your fucking phone.
So,
Okay, okay.
what
Yes,
did everybody
Dad.
take for the level ups?
I took I took
I added
medicine.
dexterity. Good at my dex. Good
You're
my deck.
level 4 now in your original class. Anybody multi-class now?
I considered it but didn't.
No.
Did you
Boy,
multi-class, you
I-
little shit?
I did. I took a rogue level so I could get sneak attack. Just that
That makes
extra
sense.
D6, baby.
It makes sense. It
Yeah, I've
makes
also
sense.
got expertise in stealth and survival now.
No, I
Oh,
took a
Jesus
feat. I
God.
took a feat so we have a healer.
We have
I
a
think
healer
Sam,
now.
Sam took a
Yes.
feat as well, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
took the Fey Touched feat.
Pay
Good
touch
choice.
is a lot of fun.
Everybody's favorite
Also
choice.
recommend if you are doing that, Meta Magic Adept is honestly broken.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like,
Gives you
it
2 spell
two-
points straight away.
Yeah, it gives you
So,
2 spell
actually,
points and
let
you
me
can
post
select
what
2
the
more
thing is.
meta magic things to use, and like honestly, meta magic is just so fun.
Yeah.
What's everybody's health at now? Because mine's
Uh,
at 45.
I'm at
Mine's at
36.
37.
36.
So I've got the most health, but I've got the shittest armor class aside
What's
from
your health, Sam?
Mary.
My health is 22.
Nice. What's your AC?
13.
13.
I'm very squishy.
Might
I
be
can
investing
now
in some
tell
armor.
people.
Might have to
Yeah, I
invest.
think
know
me
what?
and Scruff are
I'm
built
14.
quite similar right now.
Yeah.
Scruff, what's your AC with your shield?
you were-
Oh, with my
17.
shield, it's like 17.
Yeah.
Me and Scruff are
we've
built
both
similar.
got 17 armor
What's
class.
yours, man? Oh, for fuck's sake! How does the fucking
I
ranger
also have
have
a
a better
shield.
armor class
Yeah, but
than me?
you're not using your shield when you're using your bow. So,
No, I can use my bow and my shield at the same time. When I'm wielding the...
Yeah, you can.
Alright.
I don't say it, but I did take away the shield when I was...
Okay.
I need a decent one-handed weapon so I can use a shield.
It's a lot of fun, but if you use your shield, then you also lose your unarmored defense.
Yeah.
Which means your AC actually goes down to like 12 instead of
Yeah.
where it is at
Then
14.
you
Yeah.
need, then you
That's
need
a
armor.
pile.
I know.
Honestly, I don't understand why.
I don't
Why
know why
the-
my armor class is so low.
Well, it's because your dex is low and your wisdom is low.
My
I don't know
dex
why
is at
barbarians
18.
use wisdom. Yeah, but it's 8
My
plus
highest-
your proficiency plus.
I
your
got the
dex.
highest I could get from my rolls.
Yeah, I know, but it's
So I put
8
that into
plus your
dex.
proficiency, which is 2 right now, plus your dex.
Actually, it's
plus
plus
your
3 now.
wisdom.
It's
So
10 plus my dex modifier, which is 3. So I'm at
My
Yeah,
proficiency
but you
is
also-
still at 2 right now. So,
So it's
your-
8 plus
your
your
AC should
proficiency,
be
which is 2.
15 now then.
And then your dex is 4, so your thingy is 14.
No, this thing should be
as an
15
action,
now.
spend 1 use of the healer's kit.
How would it be
10
15?
feature. Oh, let's stop
Because
recording.
it would be 8 if
Stop
he's saying
recording.
that his proficiency bonus is
Bye-bye.
now plus